Now we wait. Now we wait for what? I'm here, bro. Where are you? Actually, you're right there. Clearly. Oh. I feel like that's sharp. What's up, Gary Davlin? Superfan Gary Davlin. Coomster. Ben Coombs, Cowtown Customs. Josh Beer. Vector Omega. Blind Eye, Sky Prop. Strat CPO. Majestic. BB and J-Cat. Hey now. We got Mike. We got Thunder Falcon. NC Hensley. And Carmel. J-Cat. Ace Fast Paul. Bouncing on Patrick. Is this for my speaker? What's up, buddy? What's up, trolls? Patrick Z, John ZD, Matt Dummett, Ricky Compton, Mason Guitar Guy, Acer, Joey Kelly, Jason Boy. Wow! Here we go, being Papa Blue and 3LF and Tim Thomas and Chris Flores and BC Rich. Of course, don't forget Vince and Plasma 61 and Frank Reza and Andrew Savers. God, I'm on a roll tonight. And Tony Howe. Julia and Omega and Christine. And Guitar Man 45. Another magnum opus. Romper Room ain't got nothing on me. I'm fighting back 50 years later. That was the best trailed BC Rich ever. Once again, the chat group was my muse. I know, how about them Warriors? You know, I had a bad feeling after the prior two losses. And we just don't have a guy, you know. Jason Tatum just had such a terrible night. I mean, 2 points in the second half. And you're like the top paid player on the team. That's not going to work. So it showed the difference between Steph Curry and Jason Tatum, that's for sure. Yeah, you are very inspirational. Yeah, Tatum was terrible. I mean, those last, it was a steady decline, the last 3 games. All losses. And the last game was like the worst one. It's like, Jesus, dude. It's like there's a lid on that bucket. What's up, AI Gaming? Coffee, that sounds good, Tony. I'm gonna lift my coffee chalice to coffee. You know, and the thing is that they were, you know, they seemed to have a plan for them. You know, in that first game, I was like, oh man, they might win it all, right? Because it was an away game, and you know they suddenly came back. Oh, fuck off, Windows. Seriously. No, I don't want to finish up. That's them going through and wanting you to create an account. It's like this. They've really been badgering me because I don't use accounts. I use local accounts. I won't use their account. And they want me to like set up all kinds of telemetry. It's like I'm not doing it. Christ. And they're relentless. At some point, there'll have to be like a registry hack to like knock a lot of their nonsense out because it's getting worse. Yeah, I thought that was you. You put booze in your coffee? I've never done that. Never done the booze in the coffee. I'm not much of a drinker, and when I do drink. I don't really drink. Although I will have like some, watermelon martini or lemon drop martini or something like that, or some crazy fruit drink that's not. But I'm not a whiskey over ice guy like some of my friends are. I can't drink that stuff. Joe Morgan had me trying some. It might have been, I think it was bourbon. And God, it's like fire water. It's just my throat closed up. It's like my body's rejecting. I'm more of a beer drinker, and even beer, I was very slow. There's only certain types that I like. Mostly the mostly the IPAs. Too bright. Love the color of the Jackson. Yeah, we can go to color cam. Looking pretty good, right? Not bad for a few $100. With the Zircoat fretboard or whatever the hell that thing is. Zirconium. Not bad, carved top for such short money. Carved. It's got a carved top. Carved top. So it's just slow. Whoa. Peanut butter whiskey, is that like s'mores schnapps? No, the Jackson doesn't have fret sprout, although we're kind of dry right now. It's been a remarkably cool and dry spring. I love it. We haven't had like crazy heat, a couple days, but then it goes away. It is friggin' dry and cool out there right now. Why I hate concerts? We'll get to that eventually. Calm down. We're 8 minutes in. It's a 2-hour show. Aloha, Hawaii. Same weather here, yeah. I can appreciate it. It helps with the. Yeah. It's a 2-hour show. And I'm going to tease it for the next hour 50. Coming up, why I hate concerts. You won't want to miss it. Now it's the Dunlop concert minute. Right? It'll be like a 3-minute sponsor pre-roll, about a 10-second cover, and then like another 3 to 4 minute post-roll. You listen to any sports show. Coming up on the Volkswagen hotline, we're going to be talking with the They literally have a sponsor for almost anything. Breaking news, a general studio sponsor, segment sponsors, day sponsors. It's pretty. They sell. It's deep. Let's go to the Sports Central friggin' news brief. Can't go to concerts sober. That seems to be a thing. You're not the only one, apparently. I would prefer to see local bands at music venues. Well, I did go to it wasn't a huge venue, you know. But I guess I'd have to think about it. It might be the biggest non-arena venue. Right, it's not a sports arena. But I'd have to think about that. Yeah, exactly. It's all FanDuel. It really is. It really is. And Awaken 180 and friggin' Nugenics. When we finally talk about concerts, you know, I'm just going to tell you a little bit about Nugenics. And she'll like it too. You know, it's another dick pill that they don't want to call it that because it doesn't work. It's another placebo in a jar. Yeah, Manscaped. Yeah, if you watch any, like, pretty much not mainstream marketing, but really targeted male marketing. Yeah, it's a lot of that. It's the same friggin' things over and over and over again. Move that there. And the other, what's that other crap they're always selling? Prevagen. You know, I still take it and I still notice it. Yeah, well, if you don't go off it, how would you know the difference? What? Yeah, take a little more Prevagen down. Steve, you saw Steel Panther? Yeah, actually, Steel Panther, it wasn't too bad. Now, I have gone to Steel Panther shows, and, you know, there's always that dude in the crowd. There's a few. Whenever you get a crowd that big, you're going to get some people in there that it's a goddamn cry for attention. It just really, really is. And I remember, like, we were at this one Steel Panther concert, and this dude was dressed in, like, you know, gold satin shorts with, you know, these crazy, like, pink high tops and, like, a mesh half shirt, and it was a look. And he like looks at me and he goes, "Don't judge me." And I was like, you know, I'm trying, but you're making it really, really hard. He laughed. And he knew it. He knew it because it was a goddamn cry for attention. And at that same show, you know, at the one point they do, what's that ballad they do? Not Stripper Girl, the other one. Girl from Oklahoma. And there's like some douchebag in the audience who, this is his favorite goddamn song. And he's going to sing this, let everybody know, like, he knows the lyrics. And, me and a friend we're memeing each other back and forth over the collapse of crypto. We're having a little fun. And you're trying to hear the band, but it's like, it's like karaoke night. Now, this dude's gonna yell everyone so loud, like, "Wow, look at me! I know every word." They're like, "How old are you, dude?" So, at some point, it just becomes really like a lot of people who go to these shows. It is really a friggin' look at me sort of scenario, and it only takes a handful. And then the other ones are just people who, they don't care where, I'm at a show? Well, whatever. It's like, I'm at any place, like I'm at any bar room with like music in the background, and I'm just gonna blah, 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 It's like, what? I'm here to drink and have a good time. It's like that show, that's in the background, So that's the other thing that you see too much. But you really do, especially at Steel Panther. The cries for attention are they're pretty extreme. And again, you're talking out of a crowd of 2,000 people, like 5, like that's all it takes. Like 5 friggin' people. You right over there? What's up, Steven? Anyone I kind of haven't seen. See, the problem, the good thing about Steel Panther is, though, relative to other shows I've seen, is that Steel Panther's a loud show. It is friggin' loud in there. And so if you put earplugs in, that lowers the noise floor considerably. And now you hear the band just fine, but you don't really hear the background noise. It does filter it out quite a bit. It's pretty good. Where you can't escape it is when they're out there with acoustics and they're doing that little acoustic song there. And again, you got a dude who's going to like scream and shout every lyric and dance around with a beer like he just came up with that song. I'm over there going, look at you, bro. Nice work. Look at you learning every lyric to that song. Wow. Outstanding. It's like, what are you, 45? I mean, come on. For Christ's sakes. This might be a Boston thing. It might be. It might be. So we can get into it. So last weekend on Sunday, after my live show last week, I went to go see Lake Street Dive, which is a wonderful sort of Americana, sort of, R&B style band. They're a pop band, and they're great. And the opening act, I don't even know the dude's name, but the opening act, that dude could sing his ass off. My God, what a friggin' falsetto, So I know how to get to. So I'm trying to think. I'm like, where the hell is this arena? But it's new. In fact, this is like some of the first shows, like in this arena. The arena is fairly new, and it's built at an indoor running track, but not in the track part. This building is so friggin' huge. It also has like a like a beer like tastings bar, right? At a down so there's some sort of a craft beer tap room. And then there's also this other venue all in the same massive building, right? I'm not going to lie, the building is friggin' enormous. And I want to say it's owned by New Balance. New Balance owns the building. And their headquarters are across the street. So kind of makes sense. It's in Alston. It's in Alston. So I have a friend from like when I was like, my teenage years, a drummer that I knew from. That's how I met him, because of drumming. I needed a new drummer, and he was filling in for a while. Well, we're still friends, and he lives not too far from there. I'm like, oh my God, that street's just next to this street, and that street just goes to this street, and then you're like right there. I'm like, this is the way we're going to go. So we head over, and I forgot, as we were driving through, the PGA Tour is at the country club. What country club? The country club? The one that Tom Brady's house abutted for a while? That the one of the GE executives owns literally a house in the middle, like, feels like it's in the middle of the, like right at the, it's at the edge, but it's like right at this green. I think it's the third green. So we start to see thank God it wasn't, it's happening right now. If that was going on, if this show was like tonight or tomorrow night, we'd be in big trouble, because like the PGA Tour is all like right there. So we're cutting through and we're seeing the signs. I'm like, uh-oh. But we get through, it's empty, right? PGA Tour hasn't started yet. So we cut down. It's all back roads. It's wonderful. Don't have to get on the highway. Zip, zip, zip. Next thing you know, a little side street there. Don't have to pay for parking, on-street parking, because it's Sunday. If it was Monday through Friday, we'd be in trouble. But on a Saturday or Sunday, be good to go. So find some on-street parking, and we get down there, and there was already a line to get in. So we're like, you know what? Let's just get in the line right now. We were thinking about going and getting some food. We'll just get in line. So we're in line pretty quickly. It starts to move. We make our way in. We get inside. And they have like a floor and then like a balcony area. So we just went right up to the balcony. And they had some areas that are standing, and then up in the back, it's more like sitting. And, all us graybeards started headed up to the seating area, because we're like, how long is this show? 2 hours? Oh, I can't be standing for 2 hours. My knee will collapse, And I wasn't alone. Trust me, everybody up there was like my age or older. And so, we get up there, and we're filling in pretty good. And got a good line of sight. Everything's good, And the show is sold out. It's a 3,000-seater. So, it's starting to fill in. And the opening act comes on. And this kid, I don't even know his name. Kid's really good, though. Let me see if I can, hold on. I might have a photo I can show you to prove that I was, in fact, there. Actually, hold on. Yeah, well, hold on. Let me change this. We'll go here. We'll go, check out this dude's voice. Well, you get the idea, right? He pretty good singer, right? Very, very good, very good. You should hear him do Al Green and who's he doing there? Oh God, Marvin Gaye. You should hear him do Marvin Gaye. He's pretty good. So anyway, what a wonderful voice. What a wonderful night. Everybody's having a wonderful time. Until we weren't. Because this guy comes up, your typical BMW driving, pants with sandals wearing, button down collared shirt, drunk off his ass, director/VP, and he's got to be in his mid-50s. Okay, I know this guy all day long. And it's almost like, dude, first time at a rock concert? It's like, wow, he's drunk. He's trying to clap with the song, and he sounds like a man falling down a flight of stairs. And he's screaming. We are literally the farthest back, furthest row from the stage. He can't hear you, bro. All you're doing is ruining it for all of us. All right? And I am just like losing it. He's clapping so loud. One of his claps, my ear starts to ring. It's like he almost like popped my eardrum he's just like clapping over there, and I'm like, I am like losing it. And I literally, because I do this, brought earplugs. It wasn't loud enough for earplugs, though, because that band isn't that kind of band. You could even hear from there, you could hear the background people. That wasn't crazy loud, and we're very far away. So I got this guy on one side. The lights come up. That dude leaves. I'm like, well, maybe he won't come back. And it's an excruciating long. It wasn't that long, but it felt like it forever in between, the opener and Lake Street Dive, which was the headliner. And I'm like, oh my God, here he comes. With more alcohol. That's exactly what you need, bro. Of course, his wife probably isn't drinking because she's going to drive this hot mess home. So, a guy clapping like he said, you wish he was that coordinated. This is, oh my God. It was, so bad. And then, right as Lake Street Dive goes on, people start trying to work their way up because we're at the back. Now they want to stand behind us. They want to stand behind our seats. That's where Clappo the Clown was. And I got your cousin from Boston, two of them. Come up to the other side. Yo, Billy. Yo, Fitzy. Yo, Mikey. Right, because everybody's Paulie, Stevie, Joey. It's all. Everybody's got an E at the end. I don't care what your name is. Tommy, Johnny. So now I got these two over there who can't shut up. They're talking about other shows they've seen, what show they're going to go see next. It's like they're just hanging out at a bar in the back there, having a good old time while the show's going on. It could be anywhere. Yeah, it's music in the background where we're just having a few beers. Finally, one of them goes to get more beers. And that sort of breaks that side up again. I still got Clappo. The Clown on the other side. All right, that's not going anywhere. But at least, on the other side, I don't have, the world's most, banal conversation you've ever heard in your life. You just kill me now, right? The world's most worthless conversation. And so one of them leaves, and we actually have a little bit of a lull. Clappo gets tired. I knew he'd tire out eventually. Clappo gets tired. He can't clap anymore. Right? Exactly. Absolutely no respect for the people around him. No consideration. You know, it's like you really think you were in your living room, bro? And everybody was fine. We had such a good little group up there. And I know that people next to me were in their like 70s. And I could tell that they were so off-put by the language, off-put by Clappo, you know. It was just, it turned a good night. What was starting out, because we all got there really early. Remember, we were some of the first people in the door, right? So we're all getting there early and going, oh, this is going to be great. And we just get, you know, inundated with the dummies, with the dregs. And so we had a little while where it wasn't too bad. A very short period of time. Did I catch any? This is a tiny bit. Again, this is shot with my friggin' phone, which I'm not gonna lie. I think the quality's, you know, pretty good. Hold on, I just gotta up the quality here. Hold on. So again, this is shot from my seats with my phone. Not a bad stereo sound either. Woo! Woo! Yo, Billy! 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 See how it quiets down a little bit? It should only dance. Oh! Ah! My wish came true. Anyway, for the most part, I thought it sounded pretty good. And I got to admit, I thought the footage is pretty damn good considering we are literally in the last row. The last friggin' row, except for the people who are standing in the area they're not supposed to be standing behind us. Who's that singing? I think her name is Rachel. Rachel, is it Price? What's her last name? That band is really friggin' good. That's they all met at like New England Conservatory. They've been around for a long time. They've been on Letterman a long time. Letterman loved them, and they've had quite a few songs with on his show. But I don't think I do see them go on Fallon, but not Letterman really, and Colbert, but not really. Letterman really loved them. I think he gave them a little deference. Yeah, I thought the phone did really good, right? I mean, last friggin' row, I thought it pretty sharp. And, you know, and I'm holding it, so the Steadicam, and you know, that's low light. That's low friggin' light right there. I thought, I'm just saying, I thought it looked pretty good. Hold on, let me see if I can. Again, these are taken with my. You're taken with my phone. So that last shot you saw, it has 3 cameras: a wide angle, right, sort of a normal angle. That was the last one you saw, and then a telephoto, which is actually a periscope. So that's the periscope telephoto. Yeah, pretty crisp. Pretty crisp. You can see that the drummer and the keyboard player are both smiling. You know, it's like, yeah. I thought it was pretty good. Let me see. This is sort of like the normal, view right there, right? And then I think I had one that was like super wide, give you an idea of like just how, I forget, I thought I had one, yeah. So this is exaggeratedly far because I'm using a super wide angle here. See that? It really doesn't look that far away. It's because it's a super wide angle lens, and so it's making it look much farther away than it really is. I would say that, like in terms of like what your eyes see, but I mean, look at this shot. That's from my friggin' phone. Oh, thanks, Alexander. I saw Journey live a couple months ago because I missed Van Halen live, and now too late. Yeah, rip UVH. Cheers. Yeah, you got to go see him now. I swear to God, I was thinking about going to see Barry Manilow because I regret not seeing James Brown, and I regret not seeing what's his name there, Tony Bennett. Again, with the telephoto lens, not a bad photo. Right? I mean, Jesus. Not a bad, like you got a real camera in your hand there, kid. Like you got a real camera. You consider how far away we were. Not friggin' bad. So, eventually, we got tired of the dummies because that one drag dude left and then came back and was talking about all the time he left. And then I was watching him downstairs over by the corner there, and everyone else has got a $16 beer, but that guy over in the corner was only $14. And you find out it's like a 10 ounce versus a 16 ounce, right? Look at you friggin' math genius. God. Got a Samsung. That's what that phone is. It's me Samsung. Yeah, if you have a band you would see, I want to see again Barry Manilow. I wouldn't mind seeing, because I really do regret missing some of the great. The other one I could have seen was Ray Charles with Dizzy Gillespie on trumpet, and I couldn't go. I had a big final exam the next day, and I was going with a bunch of kids I did not trust to get me back, and they probably didn't come back for 2 days knowing those dudes. I couldn't trust them. My mom said she named you because of Tony Bennett. Yeah. Bennett is just like one of the last of that generation, the last of that era. And so, you just want to pay homage to a time, when, that was pop music. Should have gone to McCartney at Fenway, yeah. I don't know. I don't know if I've never been to a show at Fenway. I don't like, again, the last movie I went to was Tropic Thunder. That's the last movie I saw in the theater. I want to say that was 2008. I haven't been to the theater since. Then again, I do have a projector in the attic, and I have a 110-inch screen, full-on subwoofer and surround sound DTS. So I don't know how much bigger the screen at the movie theater is going to be. Find you don't remember a lot of concerts? I don't know, that could be a problem. Well, I stopped drinking coffee late at night. I try to stop. I have until 8 p.m. and I'm almost there, and it's only 7:40. But I'm still drinking coffee, but I am way down. I don't start drinking until noon because, again, I just want to cut down on my consumption, and I stop by 8 p.m. So I've cut down from literally 5 or 6 cups a day to like 2 maximum, really 3. I can't even imagine driving over there this weekend with the PGA Tour going on. What a freaking nightmare. So we wound up leaving early, beating the crowd. We were starving. We wanted to go get some food, but on a Sunday night at, I think the show was going to go to 11. We left around like 10:20, 10:30. Who knows? Maybe they were going to cut it short. Maybe it was going to go to 10:30. We saw quite a bit. We saw a good over an hour. And we were like, let's just split. So we saw one couple split at 10 o'clock exactly. And we were like, huh. And then we saw another person go like 10:15. I think we left at like 10:20, 10:25, something like that. We're like, all right, after this tune. And then we wound up going. And, it just reminded me like, damn, people suck. That's why I can't go places. I really can't. You want to see the video of Hassel? That's a very old video. The Hasselhoff drunk eating the burger, that video's got to be 20 years old. At least 15. What beans you drinking? We have a new one. New blend in the house. Kirkland has released a French roast, a dark French roast. And instead of $18 for a bag, it was $11, which helps because my friggin' oil change was $100. Because they see you drive in an Lexus and they got friggin' dollar signs in their eyes. It's like, dudes, it's a 2007. It's got 155,000 on it. Let's go for the cheapo. They're like, oh, we can. This car won't allow us to put in cheap oil. We have to put synthetic in. And it's funny because the oil they put in zero weight 20, which is, if you look it up, they're like, if you can afford it, put 0 weight 20 in. It's very expensive, but it's worth it. And I'm like, oh, the decision was made for me. Why don't you do your own oil changes? Because I'm tired of throwing oil down at the river. There's no place to get rid of the oil. You can only chuck so much down the river. Your car just leaks oil, so you're just constantly refreshing it. Boomers, dude. Boomers are six to 10 years prior to me. Yeah. Gen X is getting up there now. And I'm like 6 years in on Gen X. But if you can't do your own oil changes, your own brake jobs, your own radiator flushes, Turn in your man card. Does your lawnmower not take gas? Turn in your man card. Exactly. Gen X is still waiting for the boomers to retire. Oh my God! When I grew up, all I heard as a Gen Xer was how the boomers were just going to bankrupt us. They're like, boomers outnumber you 2-1. They're going to get into old age, and they're just going to bleed the system dry, and there's not enough. And blah. Oh God! It was the killer bees all over again. Now you know you can't. It's hard to change your oil around here because you can't get rid of it. It's so hard to get rid of it. Although I did talk to the dude today, and he said, you know what, if you did want to do your own, he's like, I can take the oil. I guess I might charge you like a $25 disposal fee or something. I'm like, oh, that's fine. That's what you would have to do anyway. But you got to do something with that oil, you know. I'm sure I have a pan out there, right? Yeah, roll it up on some jacks, right? Roll it up on a ramp, and there you go. What's up, Jamal? I know, in New Jersey, they don't let you pump your own gas. It was so crazy because I was so used to pumping my own gas because, like, full service really went away in Massachusetts as a way to cut costs. So, like, it would be like if you wanted, you know, to pump it yourself, it was $2.50, but if you wanted them to pump it, it was like $3.29, and nobody would do that. They just, they'd pump their own gas. So I was in New Jersey, and I stopped it, and I went to get out, and the girl I was like, no, don't get out. I was like, but I got. She goes, no, you can't, not in this, no. I was like, all right. I was like, that's crazy. Full service. That's crazy. Can't use your old oil for weed control anymore. Hey, speaking of weed, Ben, I'm just talking to Ben Coombs directly now. I'm going to take a trip up to Maine, hit a few of the farm stands, up in the Maine area. You should check out Green Truck Farms. Yo, Jamal. Canada? Yes. Exactly, Canada. No, up to Maine. Take a little day trip with the wife, Hit a few farm stands and hit a diner or two. Maybe a little early breakfast diner, and then maybe a little bit later and do a lunch diner, and then probably head home. I tell you, I know what the price of gas, although it feels like it's peaked. I think it feels like it's peaked. We'll see. How's your crypto doing? Let me tell you how you can turn $2,000 into $350 with crypto. I tell you, I do notice that the hybrid is, definitely gets better gas mileage than the Caddy, and certainly than the Impala. You never know, my bump into Bill Maher. I don't think Bill Maher leaves the house. He probably has a weed concierge. For dispensaries in your city. So that's kind of a funny thing. We have a dispensary in our town, Right after weed became legal in this state, our town put it right up on the boards. We're going to block marijuana from being sold within the town limits, right? So take your weed over to the town next door. We're not going to allow that trash in this town. So it was a referendum. I voted against it because I was like, tax money? Money? I don't know if you realize this, but 3% of that tax goes to the locals. 3%. You're only getting 3/4 of a point out of the state on a sales tax. You're getting 3 points out of the sale of marijuana. But whatever. So a medical place wanted to go in a very industrial area off of a main highway. Right, this is not like a foot traffic area. This is a place that stores like, bed frames in one place and it's like a dispensary. So anyway, they had a fight with the town because, if it's legal statewide and it's medical, it's hard for them to really argue that you can ban it, right? If it's illegal and state law overrides local law. So they opened. They got in. They opened. Now I don't know about rec. Maybe rec might have a harder time, but the medical dispensary they were able to weasel their way in and open up a place. Now, again, it's not in the downtown square area. It's off. And you would never know it other than have a little sign out front, and it's a very nondescript style building if you look at it on like Google Maps. But I was surprised they got it through. It's been a bit of a talk of the town. Exactly. Bring in that sweet marijuana tax. What is wrong with you people? It's like take the money. It's like, why not? But the irony is that the company that did go in is a medical company, and medical is tax free. There is no town tax. You don't get. They say bye bye to your 3%. That's for rec only, right? It's 17% for the state tax and 3% for the town tax. It's a 20% tax on rec in the state, but medical is zero tax. And I think there's something governing, like deals. Like they're not allowed to give you certain deals on the rec side. You can't make it too good a deal. But on the medical side, that like sky's the limit. Again, it's so weird how they treat it like two completely different ways, under state law. I get you, Skip, but you got to pay in cash. If you wanted to get a medical marijuana, just to save the tax, like you could go to a dispensary if you wanted, but you were like, you know what? I want the better deals and I don't want to pay the tax. It costs you $150 or $175, and it'd be like a friggin' 5-minute phone call that's it. It's all telemed now. You don't even go and see anyone anymore. Like a nurse calls you and they go, how you feeling? What am I having a little insomnia? Oh, approved. Yeah, I've been feeling a little depressed. Approved. It's like, what does it take to get rejected in this town? Oh, thanks, Vinny P. No, thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. The weed talk is making you anxious and paranoid. Well, when I was younger, I always felt bad. I had a dude from work come over, and I had some really strong weed. And he was like, oh, I never really tried. I was like, oh, I think I'll try it. I'll try. He took one hit. And within a few minutes, he went from all laughing to not having a good time, having a little bit of a panic attack. And I was like, oh my God, let me put on a pot of coffee. I was like, oh, I had to talk that dude off a friggin' ledge. I said, it's for some people, it's not a good mix. It was not a good mix. I felt so bad for that dude. Like literally one hit, and I had to keep reminding him. I said, I just want to remind you, and I know you think that your life is over and you're never going to get back to normal again. You took one hit, bro. One. Yeah, I know. God, he was losing it. Hey, you feel bad. Yeah, for some people it really doesn't mix. Yeah, it scares you now, yeah. Yeah, for some people it really doesn't mix. He wasn't sweating bad, he was shaking. He was like full on having like a little bit he was nervous. Like having a little, he was quivering. And I was like, oh, let me talk, time to talk you off a ledge there. He was like, I think I might be having a panic attack. I was like, thank God another buddy of mine showed up from school. And he's a heavy smoker, and he was like, you're nothing, you're fine, kid, you're fine. Your cousin from Boston, you're fine there, kid. And I have a little bit of that black coffee there. He's shaking from the coffee. Wake up, hotshot. Exactly. Exactly, panic attack. You know what you need to know you want? Hey, have a hit off this hit off this joint. Be like, oh, that poor dude. Oh my God. Someone break out the alcohol. Let's loosen this guy up. Oh, edibles do suck. Listen, if you're weed curious and you've never done weed, and then you're like, you know what, I don't think I'm going to smoke it. I think I'm just going to take an edible. Don't, okay? Edibles are made by the Swedish chef. He has no idea what he's doing, okay? And they're just throwing shit in there that it's hardly science at all. And you can get an edible that does nothing to you, and you can get an edible that it's gonna really mess you up pretty hard for an extended period of time. I know very experienced smokers who have said, I will never do an edible again, because it's so all over the place. It cannot be, you can't rely on it, you can't count on it. It's just, it's all over. You know what I'm saying? You can get one, no matter what they tell you it is. So this is 50 milligrams. Yeah, well, the one you're eating is 1 milligram, and this one you just put in your house is 350 milligram. Because this guy has no idea what he's doing. All right? So, and it's so unregulated. You see the dude who passed out from the gummies? He's Chinese. He didn't really read English. He went into a store, and he was just looking at the candy through the plastic bag, and he got these. They looked like apricot or like some sort of like orange or something like that, like a gummy covered in sugar, and it was weed. And he was like a bus driver or something, and he's eating them, and he passed out behind the wheel, and he had no idea what had happened, and that's a cause of concern. right? That, and again, it's a very specialized situation where the guy didn't read English, and you know what I'm saying. It just went by looking at the candy, but it's troublesome that he could just buy it like that and drive off like that. It's a little worrying. Yeah, the bus driver, did you see that? Yeah. I haven't heard McKnight's brownie story, but I have heard brownie stories from people. I have never really done edibles because it's been, again, it's just, I've heard too many horror stories. I have just heard too many horror stories from people. And I remember one time I got 2 cookies a long time ago. This is like 12 years ago or something. And one cookie did nothing. And one cookie just like sort of like wiped me out. I was like, this is just terrible. And I was just like, no. No. Once you got on the no list, there was no coming back off that list. Hey Steve, seeing Elton John tomorrow. Nice. How are you doing? I'm doing good. I've only seen Elton once, and it was it was with a whole bunch of acts, Sting and stuff like that. Try eating hash. Ugh, that sounds gross. That sounds gross. Yeah, I saw him. I saw Elton at it was a benefit concert, and it was like Melissa Etheridge and Sting, who sounded great, and Elton John and Aerosmith, who I will say sounded really good. They sounded great, and then Don Henley, and pretty much his special guest was Jimmy Buffett, and we looked at each other and said, "You want to get pizza?" Yeah, pretty hungry. Been here all day. That was the show. That was the show that we saw David Bowie in the parking lot, and I just so regret not going up. We were there for a newspaper, and I was just there for the local fish wrapper. We get a bite for the local fish wrap. I know Steve Style back in rehab. It's like, dude, how old are you now? What TH rigs do you have? You spotted a new one. Oh, you know what? You're reminding me, Tony. They've been on sale recently. Did you get it on sale? Because I don't know if the premium's on sale, but I'm on their mailing list, and so I've been getting emails telling me that THU like right now is on sale. So if you've been waiting for the sale for THU, it might be going on right now. It might be under $200 instead of the normal like $299 for the software. So just check their website, overloud.com, overloud.com. Boston pizza can be real good. It just depends, So there's really 2 main types, other than commercial crap garbage pizza. But I'm talking about there's really 2 main types of. We don't really do deep dish around here. It's really either Italian pizza, right, or Greek pizza. It's really those 2. And you know what? Some of the Greek people look down on Greek pizza, but I don't. I think it can be good. It's a crispy crust, So it's a little different. It's a thing. I know Steve Taylor's howled and hasn't figured it out yet. I know. It's like, come on, dude. When does the party end? I mean, not weed, of course. Weed's totally cool. But, you know, whatever he was doing, no. Oh, I have friends. We have a local pizza place that makes a really, really good cornmeal crusty. He goes to this local baker for the dough. It's really, really good stuff. And I have friends who come here. They're like, can we go to that pizza place? I really like their pizza. I'm like, sure. I did hear about Steinberger and Gibson are collaborating again. Well, of course, Gibson owns the Steinberger name. They're just collaborating with Ned again. I don't use Logic Pro because I'm not on a Mac. I'm on a PC. Yeah, I think the cheese is different, you know. I don't need a bell. Do I own any Gibson guitars? I have two Gibson guitars. I have an SG. And I have a Les Paul Classic. 2020 Les Paul Classic and a 2021 SG. What's up, Milford? Melfa. It's not Milford. It's Melfa. Like Meffa, but Melfa. Trans-trim time again? I don't know. See, the thing about trans-trim is that the strings have to be certain lengths. What he figured out is that you can get the tension to drop for at least a certain period of distance if the strings if they move at different lengths. That was the genius of the trans-trim. If you look, the strings are all very different lengths. He worked out the length of the string. Over the pitch point, which is, you know, the saddle at the bridge, but when it goes beyond the saddle, on every other guitar, the strings go from the same distance for the most part. The bridge is a little forward, a little back, but for the most part, on the trans-trim, they're markedly different. How the length of the string past the saddle point. It's smart. It's smart because he knows string length. String length is a function of tension, and tension is a function. So he gets the tension at a certain level so that when you move the trim down, they all move at the same level. It is pretty smart. I'll give him that. It's really smart. Yeah, calibrated strings. Yeah, a Ned invention, and it's again. Just take a look at the bridge, and you can see that they're different. They're different lengths, right? Smart. Because how can you get the tension of all these different thicknesses, right, to get within like a certain range, right, and to get that trans-trim to work? So, because what happens is you lower the bridge, they're all moving at a different speed, right? But depending on the string length, you can change the rate of change. You see that? You get all the rates of change to line up for the most part. It only worked for about a minor third. You're good to go. Again, very, very clever. I mean, give the dude some credit. Very, very clever. He's like, we need to buy Bitcoin Max Plus. Oh, God, the household work this week. Never ending. Anybody here use a ductless mini split? I'm a ductless mini split curious. I've been looking them over. It's amazing how they can basically take an air conditioner. They can get it up to like 21, 22 SEER. I mean, my central air is like 14 SEER. They can get it up to like 21, 22 SEER. Pretty amazing. And it's reversible. So, like most air conditioners, the inside coil is cold. and the outside coil is hot, and you're transferring the heat from the inside of the house to outside the house, right? But you can also do the reverse. You can release, you can evaporate out into the outside, and you can condense on the inside. And as you condense and turn it back to a liquid again, it heats up, and you can actually pull the heat out of the outside air. It's pretty friggin' ingenious. You know? Sanyo, you like Sanyo? There's so many Chinese ones out there right now. I got to admit, I'm a little mini tuckless curious here. They're so friggin'. It's just amazing. Here's the thing, though. If you are going to put in one and you don't know what you're doing, there's probably a better than 50-50 shot you're going to lose your Freon out to the air. The compressor is already charged with Freon. You're going to lose it. You're supposed to vacuum the line out of the air, right? So that you don't, right? And I don't have the vacuum for that. I think if I did it, I would still probably hire a company to, at the very least, right? I can do stuff, I can get everything down and get it around there, but I think the final, like, actually putting it together and actually connecting up the Freon lines and vacuuming out that line to do it first, I'd probably hire somebody to do that. I just think it's the cost of Freon is so friggin' high. Yeah, heat pump, exactly, heat pump. Yeah, they're big in Florida. Sanyo, your buddy installs them every day. Yeah, so Sanyo, Pioneer, Mitsubishi, they all seem to have ones out there. But then you see, like, Boyo and Mr. Cool and Bonsai. There's all these crazy ones that are out there. You wonder if they seem to get good. They seem to get decent reviews. I don't know anything about roofing other than it costs me a lot of money. Yeah, you don't want the refrigerant to get let out. So, the dude would probably charge me a friggin' $1,000, but it would still be worth it. Exactly. I can sell my NFTs. Mr. Cool sounds legit, right? I'm holding out for Dr. Cool. How can we knock down load-bearing walls? Well, you can put up a beam. Trust me, we've done it. We've knocked down load-bearing walls. You got to stack up a beam. You got to put in. In fact, we put a steel girder in the other house, and but a lot of times you just put two 2x12s side by side. And those two become a center beam. I'd do a steel girder. It's much lighter actually to work with and stronger, right? An I-beam, steel I-beam girder. Yeah, unless you want poles. Yeah, you could always do poles, but I'm assuming you don't want poles. You're taking out a load-bearing wall and you want to open it up. I wouldn't make a wooden I-beam, no. To use wood, I would use like a couple of 2x12s, and just join those together and use those two side by side as your center beam. Yeah, J Maxey has a good idea. The laminated wood beams are pretty strong, actually. But of course, you got to remember, you got to go, right? The laminate isn't going that way. The laminate's going this way, right? The laminate's got to go vertically. If you put the laminate, I think, the other way, you lose probably more than half the friggin' strength. Right? It's got to be sideways. Right. Went back to school at 47, never too old. Oh, absolutely. I had dudes in graduate school that were in their 70s and 80s. Had a lifetime of something and just wanted to concentrate and really look at something different. Engineered beams have an up bow to take advantage of the load and level out. Oh, nice. Never be afraid to ask a question, unless it's a really, really stupid question. Just doing one. I'd pass on that one. As long as it's not a really ridiculous question, like, what class am I in? About to take a hammer to you, Lenovo. It happens. Shoulder in the crock. Nice. And I pulled pork tonight. Just finished barbecue sauce a while ago. Nice. You know what I just got? I think my wife thought she was buying beef jerky, but it's not beef jerky. It's actually dried beef, and it's got no sugar. It's just smoky. It's very smoky. They hate it because they hate how smoky it is. I friggin' love it. I think it's awesome. Nobody knows everything. I'm almost there. Almost. Got like 3 more things I got to learn. Knitting. How to make a souffle. In mini splits, exactly. And how to install mini splits. I'm almost there. Almost there. Got like 3 more things, maybe 4 more things. Then I'm there. In Texas, you don't have to drive to get sick barbecue. You can't get it. Well, Texas is so big. See, I forget in the Northeast, delivery is such a thing because we're so close together. Maybe it's tough to get delivery just because you're so much more spread out. It'll be a $38 delivery fee, and we'll be there in 80 minutes. My setup for your guitar tone. This is just a THU. Which did we find out? Is it on sale right now? I think it is on sale right now. Starts to learn how to play guitar. Almost there. You're getting there. You're getting there. Overlord has a sale going right now. Yeah, I think I swear I know I got some emails. I don't click those emails, but because I don't need to buy THU. I already own it. But you know what I'm saying. I could have sworn I saw that, along with my Jiffy Lube coupons. It was no dispensary discount, I can tell you that. It is. Just saw their ad on Facebook. Oh, great. Yeah. I thought so. $169. That's actually pretty good. That's about as low as it gets. Maybe it goes $159 on Black Friday, but I don't think so. I'm thinking more like $179. So $169 is a pretty good price. Waiting for your Strat to get back from the shop. Well, new nut and saddles. There you go. Have the patience right now to shape and find my new nut. You know what? I'm with you. I don't like to do the nut. First of all, I don't have the files, right? So if you don't have like the exact files and everything, and I know a dude. There's like that one dude, Mark Herbert. It's like he does such like great work. It just looks friggin' amazing. It's like just go to him. He'll probably charge you $80, but whatever, $100. It's about the cost of an oil change, apparently. Did I say what's up for Father's Day? I can tell you what's up for Father's Day. We're going to that classic Italian restaurant, the Chateau. My European friends are like, it's an Italian restaurant, and it's named the Chateau. Yeah, because America. We actually rediscovered Jimmy's. There used to be at the Burlington Mall, Jimmy's on the Mall. And, you could go there and get yourself a nice little petite sirloin with a lobster pie. And, a little spinach Florentine. And, or really rice and spinach, like a rice Florentine. Really good stuff, really good. But they moved out to where the Cheesecake Factory is now. Well, we found another location. So we've been going to them, but I think tomorrow it's going to be Le Chateau, that famous Italian restaurant. Anything caught your interest at NAMM this year? I saw a couple of Volas that look cool. They might be sending a couple over for me to check out here. And I'm trying to think what else came out. I don't know that so much came out like at NAMM. A lot was sort of announced like right before it. Am I hearing kitties? No? We got a cat up there? We got a cattail right there? I don't even know. Is she over there? No? Gotta watch out. Shawshank will be making her way up there. She's quite wily. Lobster pie. Lobster. Some Italians probably. You listen. Gary's just working the percentages here, and he's right. Some Italians probably speak French. That's just a fact. Like a lobster pot pie, nice flaky crust. Oh yeah, no, this is. Oh, it's covered in a buttery, crumb crust. And I hate concerts. They took the amps off stage. Everything is run through the PA. Yeah. Right. So you got Coots, see? We got at least one guy. Most Europeans are bilingual, sure. Yeah, Ripley, you like most Americans. We barely speak English. Oh, yeah. Oh, no, drenched in butter, covered in the butter-soaked breadcrumbs. Then, throw under the broiler to get nice and browned. That plate is very hot. It's a very hot plate right there. Lobster's pretty expensive right now, actually. Oh my god. Yeah. Hasn't been good. I tell you, they as you heard from the earlier clips, they sounded good. It's just they're competing with Clappo the Clown and friggin' my cousin from Boston. Seafood is all about the butter. Some steamers soaked in butter. Oh, no, actually, yeah, absolutely, Fred. The price of fuel raises the cost of everything. So, because everything at some point gets struck. Take a lobster turn into a giant coconut shrimp. That's pretty crazy. I'll tell you, we were in Costa Rica, and one of the nights there at the buffet, they had a lobster station, and they were cutting the lobsters in half and grilling them like you get a grilled lobster. And they would just hand you this grilled lobster and just pour the melted butter over it. Here you go. I was like, damn, that looks good. Yeah, see, some places are more crabs. We're way more lobster. I feel like crabs more like Northwest. More West Coast, more Pacific. We are, without a doubt, way more, maybe even more Southern. More lobster, wicked lobster. And clams, right? Prince Edward Island. There's a bed. There's such a mussel bed there, right? Yeah, rock lobster. Yeah, we had lobster traps when I was a kid. My parents had lobster traps going for a while. We used to get lobsters. In fact, we got sick of lobster after a while. It's like, lobster? So sick of lobster. We used to go quahogging. Go get some quahogs. A live synth and guitar stream? Sure. I got the synths going. I'd like to, I got to work out though is like the, like a looper. It does clean up when you roll off, right? We never did find the clam. Clappo the Clown will have you sleep tonight. Oh, yeah. Oh, never forget Clappo. Wow. Like, you don't even know this dude. Nobody knows this guy's name. Actually, it's a pretty big crime around here to steal lobster traps. You will absolutely be arrested. There's all kinds of rules around here for lobster traps. Yeah. No, it can get ugly. You'd be lucky if the cops showed up. Most likely, you would be shot and used for lobster trap bait. Shark bait. I don't think I know Band on the Run. I used to know that a long time ago. I don't know it now. A dude down in the Cape, maybe down there snorkeling at night, stealing clams. Yeah. Yeah, they don't, those guys, they don't fool around with the lobster traps. That wasn't a big striper guy. Guy likes fast way better. What's up, Blackjack Guitar? What-do-do-do? Demarcio Super Distortion. Why don't I have it a Super Distortion? Maybe that it'd be Les Paul, but I don't think I get. I think I get the strings off of that right now because I'm doing a little fretwork on it. Wango Tango. You bought the Rock Guy Boston sound, pretty on sale too. Yeah. They do a pretty good version of it, actually. The Rock Guy, yeah. Well, we're on pickups. What's your favorite picture? It's a hard turn. I think you meant what's your favorite pickup. I don't know if I have a favorite. I do like a lot of the Duncans. Duncan DiMarzio. A lot of times I'll play like a PAF Pro, and I'll be like, oh, I really like this. But then I play a Duncan JB. I'm like, oh, I kind of really like this. Right? It's like, as long as it sounds good, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't get too crazy about it. I can tell you that sometimes, you notice the crappier pickups, the ceramic ones. It depends on the guitar and how it's set up. The ceramic can be a little tough, a little too shrill for me. But again, it just depends, because some ceramics can sound actually pretty damn good. I tend to like the Alnico. Country licks, not really. Yeah, there's one where you go like it's like forget it now. It's like yeah, something like that. Right. 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 Yeah. So the thing about country guitar is that you want to sound like a banjo or a pedal steel. You try not to sound like a guitar, right? So you're always trying to sound not not a guitar. Favorite pickup line? Have you seen my Congressional Medal of Honor anywhere? I've got big clams. I don't know any Kenny Wayne Shepherd. Gotta remember, I never went to music school. Tried to keep up with these R.J. Ronquillos and, you know, people who actually went to school for this stuff, you know. Took a lot of private lessons, but I, you know, the closest I came was I did a semester at Berkeley, like over the summer when I was in high school. That's about it. If I wasn't using software, what amp would I be playing? Probably either the Rev or really, I kind of really do like the Hughes and Kettner Deluxe 40. You know, does a lot of stuff. The Rev runs cooler though, and is a lot lighter to carry. And probably has a better, reactive load box than the Hughes and Kettner. The newer one has a really good reactive load box, but the older one it's not as good as the newer tech. But still, it's good. Gold Jam. Glasses from Doe Marks. Little Freudian slip there. Instead of Doug. I thought you said you had 5 kids. I got 5 kids to feed. I got 5 cats to feed. All right, careful up there, Boots. What a great riff. Send in the clams. God, I haven't played guitar all friggin' week. We will clam you. Clam rules. Exactly. You got another clam coming. You got another clam coming. Clamming after midnight. All the clam songs. Clam-themed, exactly. I shot the clam. Yeah, it's a rock and roll clam nation. Clamzilla. Clam the night away. Clammy Hagar. The Clamberries. And their guns, and their clams, and their bombs, and their clams. You know that I wish I had just these clam. Oh, God. Yeah, sweet clam of mine. Rocks, clam. You don't have to run on the red light. They're all clam songs. Rocks, clam. This is the ballad version, of course. You don't have to run just tonight. Walk the streets for money. Yeah, I want to hold your clam. Yeah. fornication. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Clams in the attic. Can't get no... You try status clamption? Pour some clam juice on me. Yeah. See, Clam on the Run would be good. I just don't know it. You know? Oh, yeah, Detroit Clam City. Oh, man. Yeah, Clam City nights. Clam out! Right. Have a good one, Kevin. Thanks for hanging out. Clammy lady. Ears free as a clam now. Clam the night away. Yeah, I think we've been trying to do that. Ain't talking about clam. Saturday Clam Special. I'm a clamming man, no time to talk. Music's loud, the clams are warm. I said, oh yeah, happy Father's Day to everybody out there. I hope you find the clam box for your Father's Day. Yeah, happy clammy day. Just remember, every father at some point found a clam. That's just science. Iron clam. I am Iron Clam. Yeah, icky clam. Now you're thinking. I don't know a lot of that stuff, though. There was a clam that yeah, clam in the water. American clam. Are you writing the originals? You know what? Earlier tonight, check the beginning. I wrote a song inspired by the chat group. Those who were here will remember it. It's just one of the many songs I've written, inspired by the chats. Owner of a lonely clam. Boop, boop. Oh yeah, clam of personality. Clamvana. I forget it now. Ba ba beta ba ba bee 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 bee. All right, dudes. Well, it's 8:59 p.m. All right, everybody, clam down. Everybody, clam down out there, okay? Keep clam and play guitar. Happy Father's Day. Thank you, Speaker. Very much appreciated. I'm getting a bump. That's the way. Walk this way. Happy Father's Day to all my Father's Day friends out there. I know tomorrow I'll be eating at the Chateau some amazing Italian food, as the name would imply. And you know, have a good week. I'll try to get some videos out this week. You know what's working against me right now is that the weather has actually been surprisingly good for a surprisingly long period of time. Usually by now our weather's really gone to garbage and hot and humid, and I won't even go out, and you're stuck inside, and I make a lot more videos, you know. But right now, there's so many outdoor projects that need to get done, and the weather's been so freaking good it's just stealing my time away because there's only so many hours in the day. And there you go. So, you know, thanks to everybody who hung out. Super extra mega thanks to anybody who contributed. Really appreciated. And of course, a bro hug and a fist bump to my mod squad. Hashtag mod squad. So, I'll see you guys at the very least in a week. Maybe sooner. You know, you never know. Probably not, though. You never know. Looks like it's going to be a good week. It doesn't bode well. Anyway, have a great one. No, you rock. Even though this last 45 minutes was absolute garbage, we still had fun. And there you have it. All right. No, you rock. I'll see you in a week. And then we'll do it all again. So think of your favorite Clam songs on the way. All right, dudes. I'll see you in a week. Until then, have a great week. And rock on.